Hi guys!
Hey guys!
You may notice our background's a little different this time. That's because we are in Fort Lauderdale for Wizard World Comic Con. But it is time for another Z Nation review, this time reviewing Season 2, Episode 4, titled Batch 47. If you've not seen the episode and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later, because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. This episode was really fun for me in that it kind of blended like Plants vs. Zombies and Swamp Thing, and it just seemed kind of an amalgam of a lot of different things on one episode, and I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, it was a really fun episode. Now this whole season kind of seems to be zombie hybrid themed, and each hybrid has its own peculiarity, like the radioactive zombies Murphy couldn't control, and the plant zombies, he can feel what they're feeling, so that was kind of cool.
And then at the end, he wasn't able to control them either.
Yeah, he wasn't, but I think that was more like, they were like, alright, look buddy, you've pissed us off, we're done.
Like, we're done with you,
yeah,
man.
it's like they listened to him, but they stopped.
Like grudgingly,
yeah,
almost.
The regular Z's he is completely able to control, and the plant Z's was more like he asked them to do something and they did, and then they were like, dude, you just ripped all my leaves and spores off. No, I'm not listening anymore.
So the whole thing behind Batch 47 was it was supposed to be an herbal cure to the zombie virus, which we find out it's basically not. They do an experiment on the zombies, on a few zombie heads, and basically it brings back a kind of a level of sentience where it's still craving brains, it just says brains.
Yeah, it can speak now.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking zombie.
and I think the guy's name was Hector. He seemed to think that was kind of a success, and I'm like, not really, dude.
Yeah, no, not really. And when they gave, when he was forced to take the cure, he just turned.
Yeah, and even Scorpion, he was like, did anybody see him die?
Yeah, he didn't die, he just
was
turned.
like, bang, you're a zombie.
Yeah, so obviously, Batch 47 is not a cure.
And then they gave one of the leaves to the little girl who was dying.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping we would get to see what happened to her.
I imagine that comes back because, Z Nation is kind of quirky and they do crazy stuff and they're not very scientific because it's Z Nation. That's just how they are. But they don't leave stuff.
Nothing is really open-ended. Everything is closed off.
Yeah, like something that happens. Like, even, when we were saying, the plane in the Arctic, we don't remember it being there, but it was there. That's something that was from, forever ago, and then it comes back around. So I imagine we'll get some sort of conclusion on that.
Yeah. And of course, the woman from last season, Serena, Murphy had sex with her, and then this season she's pregnant, and she showed up at the very end of the episode. And Serena
with her creepy pregnancy,
is
oh my gosh.
absolutely out of her mind. With the baby face up against the belly. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's like, hi!
It's the creepiest pregnancy ever.
It is. And also, speaking of old characters coming back, Dr. Curran came back in this episode, and half of his face is all scarred up, and Murphy's like, man, your ear looks like Elvis. It's probably my favorite line from the entire episode. It was hilarious.
Murphy always gets the best lines.
And Dr. Curran, he's still alive, obviously, and Scorpion kidnaps him, so you got to assume that he's going to be back later. And I think Curran and Scorpion are both going to be kind of recurring villains.
Yeah.
And that's something that Z Nation hasn't had really before. So I'm excited to see what they do with those two characters.
Yeah.
And finally, speaking of Dr. Curran, he has a little powwow kind of with Murphy. And we find out something really, really interesting. And I hope we get more exposition or explanation on this. Murphy is not, well, he's kind of immortal. I mean, we saw what happened with another person in I think it was the very end of last season, who had the same treatment that Murphy had. And once he had, aged enough, he basically liquefied.
Yeah.
But Dr. Curran, it seems like he has the cure for that, to basically make Murphy and anybody he turns immortal.
Yeah, and what's interesting is he seems to know that there is no cure and that Murphy isn't going to lead to a cure. And it's like the Z's are going to die out, humans are going to die out, and all that's going to be left are kind of these Murphy hybrids.
Yeah.
This Z human hybrid that Murphy is.
Yeah. And so I want to learn more about that. I think that's really exciting.
And what was really interesting is the doctor, he's saying that there is no cure and that the only ones that are going to survive are the Z hybrids. Yet he's not asked Murphy to turn him. So that's kind of curious. Why, if he thinks that the Z human hybrids are the only ones who are going to survive this, why isn't he trying to be turned?
I think he has to do something first because he knows when Murphy turns you, you become like Cassandra.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to find a way around that.
Maybe. But that was interesting to me because, the thing about humanity is we don't want to die. So if you know that you're going to and there's an option presented, you would take it. So I want to see where that goes. That's interesting to me.
One other thing, it was a throwaway line of dialogue. They actually say the words zombie Bigfoot. I want, yes please. I want zombie Bigfoot so much.
I don't think we're going to get zombie Bigfoot though, because I think it was just in reference to Murphy. Basically, all this chatter has been happening about Murphy, but only a handful of people have seen him, so basically he's the zombie Bigfoot. Yeah, he's a myth. But that would be really cool.
Please, yes, zombie Bigfoot.
Come on, Syfy. Give us zombie Bigfoot.
Do it! I think that's pretty much it for this video. If we missed anything, if there's anything you think we should have talked about that we didn't, let us know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, and we certainly hope you did, please let us know by clicking that like button and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.